On a surfboard emergency, ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet, I'm pocket full on repeat. Alright, away. On a surfboard emergency, ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet, I'm pocket full on repeat. Strong, pocket full on repeat, gotta count up and I've been down. Picture go about 100 miles. That road can't miss now. Spinning tall, ready, always on go, taking me to pin pal. PO said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on from the age that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said too wide, no 10 time. I me like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a punk fool. Don't be worried about what straw do. Do you and I'm a do I. So the boy got a paint job with a clip coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend needed to the beat, I was fresh meat, no pick fine. Hit me with it, Beyonce, put a ring on it at a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee and I'm shoot three. Put sweat in it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins and a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it right away. On a surfboard emergency, ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet, pocket full on repeat. Alright, on a surfboard emergency, ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet, pocket full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. Walking through the air, no night flight. There was some people shot. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all. Hit the ground, running rabbit past the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be caught. 19 is crunch time, and I send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroid, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming full force, no warning, just know I don't fight fair. Took flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, lock until we tap, 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 tap there. Short LCPR. What the hell I hate me for? To go to the water, let them up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm an old damn lifeguard. Benzes real with sharp. Might show me once hard. Get skatebooks and I count on. Play my hand for the W. Time told about who is who. Baby on this, who is who? I'm on the surfboard. No time to sprout.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and this is Hood Talk. And I'm John with Miss Bella, ready to get this show started. What's up? What's up? Tell them what's going on. First, you got to unmute your stuff.
I do apologize. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. And if you want to send him some love, the information is scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
What's up, Kimberly, up in his house? How you doing up in this thing?
One other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. So just like, share, and subscribe. But getting started on this subject tonight, to ruff some feathers, I'm sure. So, has the new president made anyone mad yet? Or is anyone scared for their jobs? How is the first week going? Are we feeling better? Are people here illegally on the run?
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to get into. A lot of stuff that happened since I put up this thing. I think I put it up Sunday morning or something like that. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people being affected and things about things that's Trump doing, some good, some bad, some we just got to deal with. And we're going to get into it because one thing everybody always talk about is change. And people always talking about changing for the better, doing better and stuff like that. And I think I know everybody probably was selfish in the last administration, but I think we was letting the world kind of get out of control where it was like nobody started caring about nobody no more. And it was like a lot of nonsense, a lot of stuff that just didn't make sense that people just spewing out and just talking about. It wasn't really on real people mind. The everyday working person trying to make a living for their family. And I think we got caught up into the weird folk section. We always had weird folks in the society. We always had punk rockers, people that you know, you know, you know, wanted to live however they wanted to live, hippies and all that. But we didn't make it mainstream for everybody. So I think we got in a bad place where I feel like hippie culture was starting to be the normal culture of the United States, not caring about our borders, not caring about terrorists. I don't think even people even understood when they was talking about people rights and they watching people in New York and other places burn the American flag and talking about fuck America and all this just right out there in public. Oh, they got the right to their political views and this and that, but people don't realize a lot of these people are people here on passports from some of these countries that hate us, that that wish us nothing but bad. And we realize once we relax too much, what happens when we relax too much and they start plotting up around us and this and that. I think we got too relaxed. We let people cross over the borders, not caring about who it is, the thing about it, if a terrorist wanted to get in here, he could go down there to the Mexican cartel, get him 6,000, 7,000. They smuggle him all the way into America. And then once he get here, he can buy baby powder or whatever he need to throw together to make whatever he want to make to do harm to us. And instead of just, people like Biden just sitting here watching and seeing what people gonna do, we should have been had people out here that was rounding them up as soon as they spot them in the United States and not wait on to see what they gonna do. Arrest them, take their phone, see who they in contact with, arrest them, and everybody that's in a little organization and let them be known. If you do something, it's on. So I think we got a lot of lackadaisy because everybody was caring about sexuality and other kind of stuff that didn't make no sense and is not relevant to the majority of the people in America. Most people didn't care about some of these movements and other stuff that was going on. It was some personal stuff. We had a lot of weird people getting on the internet saying whatever, and people just agreeing with dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb stuff. We're gonna get into a lot of things which have changed already. And it just proven that our president that was in the White House just really didn't care, and he wasn't really acting as the president. Somebody else was behind the wheels while he was running around with old timers, basically all the whole time. He get enough sentences to make up him a couple of good lines here and there, but we had a dysfunctional president for 4 years, and we dealt with it. And I can't see how people can sit there and say, oh, I didn't see him declining, when anybody with good eyes could see the president mispronouncing words, falling down steps. Wife had to hold him up wherever he go, was walking him like a person walked a child. This wasn't a sign of strength. We was laughed at by other countries because all of them was able to take um, um, uh, advantage of us. People in America are crying about all these tariffs and things and stuff like that, but they're not crying about how all these countries are tariffing us and won't accept nothing that you make, and you try to send it overseas. They don't want to buy nothing that you made, but you so engulfed in everybody else's culture that you want everybody else made but your own. We have Black businesses, white businesses, and people who are American that make materials and shirts and all these kind of things around this country, earrings, shirts, and all of it. We also do shots out there out on our program, and we're not buying their goods, but a Chinese can come over here and say, here goes something for $3, and even though if we spend $3 or we get something cheap, they don't care nothing about us. They spending their money back in their They don't. None of their money reaches none of our neighborhoods. We give all the nails and all that stuff, all that money that most Black women spend. They give the hair money to India and all these other countries. They get a nail money to all this. The real enemy is us, against us. We don't want to spend with our own. We don't want to do for ourselves. We just want somebody to pamper us, and we're so scared of work. We scared of messing with somebody else's nails, even though they making millions of dollars after doing our nails and hair and everything. We won't do nothing for ourselves, and we've been coddled like little babies, like we should be pampered and act like we little spoiled children around here. Like we don't want nobody to be true entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And we really have turned our back on our own selves. We don't give ourselves no credit for nothing. We can roll up our own cigars. We can make our own products. We can do all that. See, you know what? I think a lot of people scared of the border. What happened to the border is because they know that cocaine they like, they probably ain't gonna be getting it. Like the drugs they like, that they're gonna slow all that down. The cartels and all that ain't gonna be able to get all this mess over here in our country. And we're gonna become a drug-free nation. Might get you some alcohol and other stuff, but we gonna get back right where we ain't got to worry about all these rehab centers, because we ain't gonna have nothing to rehab off of, because we're gonna be done cleaned up a lot of stuff just by stopping stuff from going in the borders. So anybody who's mad at getting all these people that bringing all these methamphetamines, this ice, all this stuff, fentanyl that's killing us, got to be mad. I mean, and it's sad that we don't care nothing about us. We care about picking up other groups, everybody else, but we don't never. When do we try to have our own kids start, roofing companies, trash companies, building up stuff? When do we get so lazy that we feel like we need Mexicans to do everything for us and everybody else to do it? It's enough Mexicans already here to help our economy. We just need our children to get off their ass and do something with their lives. And somebody got to say it, and it might as well be me.
Okay.
What's up, Miss Howard up in his house?
No,
All right. What you got to say about that?
I don't have anything to say.
And one thing about this new administration, they allow, the new media, new podcasters, new people able to speak freely and not be uh judged and coming down on things you say on social media and other platforms. Um it's a lot of stuff that the old regime had in place that is glad that they're gone. Um, you couldn't say certain things, you couldn't live a certain way. You had to be so politically correct with every little thing you say and this and that. And I think freedom of speech is back and for good purpose and stuff like that. But we're gonna get into it. Let's start. Let's start it off.
You have to remember your destiny is in your own hands.
Yeah. And that's one thing I think we all have forgot. We done got so used to the system, so used to surviving off the system, that we forgot the American dream is about getting your business, starting your business, doing something for yourself, and having dreams that you can get off and you don't have to worry about somebody firing you every day or getting rid of you, having your own purpose, having real dreams that you had. People around here that really wanted to be cooks, really wanted to do other things in life, but they stuck at a job that they just sitting here and just trying to go and manage every day till retirement, living an unhappy life. And when you're not happy with what you're doing, it 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 goes down in your regular world and how you treat others around you. What you got to say about it?
I mean, that's part of life. Maybe things will change to make us know the ways that we are treating people. You treat people a little different nowadays. So people hate change, but love change. That's condescending. Explain yourself on that one.
What's up, Cynthia? Up in his house. Thank
Um,
you for loving my shirt. Thank you, daughter. Um, yeah. I always hear people talking about how they wish things were different, they wish things would change, and this and that. And we just got a good shaking up of the system. Um, people are judging the first 3 4 days like he been in office 100 days or something, and a lot of stuff that he done put on freeze or this and that. It's just because they watching the spending, and if people watched the press secretary today, and she spoke about how a lot of programs would not be cut. There's a lot of fake news going out there, telling people that this going to be cut. The press, the regular press, didn't want none of this to happen. Everybody, if you look around, everybody but maybe Fox News was down in the regime. Every night show, every TV host, every The View, everybody on TV was basically saying, in Hollywood, basically saying, mainly the people that have been robbing us blind, got us paying $20 for a ticket. Um, that half of them ain't even um half of this stuff is what you call that stuff now? Animated now. They ain't even doing their own stunts. They got a computer doing their stunts for them now. They ain't even got a stunt man no more. It's a stunt computer. So it's like we're so brainwashed sometimes on how we should live, and we've been sheep for so long that it's hard to make people wake up and be able to think for themselves and think without having somebody to tell you how to think. And the last regime told you how to think, how to wear your mask, how to do this, how to do that. And we found out all that stuff was lie. The mask did not protect us like they said it was. There was a lot of things that they said that wasn't true. And we now know natural immunity. I was reading about this the other day, was better than the vaccine immunity. So all these vaccines they've been shooting up in us is saying now that just your natural thing, your natural immune system is the ultimate weapon against fighting off most things instead of shots and all this stuff. And we've been boo-hooed and told that you got to see it our way, or you get fired, you lose your job, you this and that, without even having proof. And it's good that a lot of people are coming back to work, common sense is back in the office. People ain't telling everybody what to do. We clearing out all the excess weights, letting people come in the legal way and all that good stuff. And a lot of people are boo-hooing and crying, but they don't even understand all these MS-13s and all these dangerous gangs that are already taken over the jail. We need to get them out of our jails, out of our society, and put them back in their country where they done caused chaos and the crime rates was off the chain and all that old type of stuff. We need to let all them go back to where they come from. If you just looked at some of the gangs that was over here and the countries they came from and what type of stuff that they did, some of these people that came over in America got, 6, 7, 8 murders in their whole country. And a lot of people are not being vetted because they're coming straight up through the border. It coming straight up, and we are mad and crying because we act like because a person is Mexican or a different race, they ain't child molesters, they ain't rapists, they ain't killers. These are some of the worst of the worst walking in our country with one backpack ready to rob, steal, and kill to get the American dream that they want. And we just turned a blind eye for years, and now we got 13, 14 million people in our country that's illegal. And we crying and boo-hooing talking about, oh, no, they done took over our cities. They done a lot of houses that we could have bought, flipped, got above and this and that. We watch Mexicans come in our neighborhood, illegals or whatever, come in our neighborhoods, buy houses, buy land, rebuild houses right beside us, and we won't get together and do the same. We got families that got 4, 5 boys and 6, 7 boys and all that, and all they know is how to go back and forth to jail for trying to take something and robbing and shooting and killing instead of getting out here trying to make some money and trying to do something for themselves. And I think what we need to start doing is starting off, everybody need to start off in their own house and get their house cleaned up. And that will make everything else better. First, you got to start with your own children, your own people around you, your own mamas and grandmas, and tell people, hey, let's think better, let's do better, let's treat our children better, let's you know give them a chance. Let's not let rap music and all this other stuff dominate their earwaves. And every day I see kids in the back of cars, listening to Sexy Red and all this old gorilla music and all that, and they jumping around on the back seat, no seatbelts on. We just done turned unlawful.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we got.
It's like
Go ahead.
it's like a lot of thing has become common that we let take place. So the morals of life aren't put into place like they were before. So maybe I hope that this is a wake up call for people, to start looking forward to a future.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree. I think just like we said last time when Donald Trump got arrested, we said this probably the best thing for black people because we actually seen black people actually gather together after Donald Trump got elected, became more together than ever. There's more black people went to school, graduated, got their stuff together, this and that, and went out here and grabbed them businesses and all this old stuff and was getting it. And I think we got lackadaisy when the COVID thing came and they kind of destroyed and they changed America right under our eyes. They closed down 24-hour stores. They closed down Walmart all night. They closed down Kroger all night. They put y'all back in check. The Biden administration put everybody back where there's no reason for you to be out there after 10, 11 o'clock. And it kind of made everything reset, and you was like robots. You were working, they had you working hard, they inflated everything where you couldn't save no money, working so hard to save them little nickels and dimes, and then guess what you do? Go and smoke it away, drink it away, and say, God damn, life is bad, and in the same spot.
Oh, well.
So, like I said, read that.
Herbert said that part. We worry our sister or brother's piece of bread gonna be bigger than ours. The Mexicans I know work and will work together.
Right. And that's what we need to start doing. I said all the time, I'm willing to work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And and I swear that a lot of people don't even realize it. How well, I mean, when you start looking at it, black and white people need to start working together. Mexicans, legal immigrants, whatever. People that want to work together should be working together. And that's what the new administration is. What's his name? He's trying to knock out the racism. We already have laws under the book that protect us from racism. So, all that stuff that they said Martin Luther King died for, they said one day we'll all be able to hold hands and be judged by the character of you than the color of your skin. And we have reached this point. You feel me? Everybody want to keep on crying about all this extra stuff, but we have actually reached the point that we can be judged off who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that's what's taking place now, you know.
when I walk around, I go in stores right now. Um, White people wave at me sometimes more than black people. Black people sometimes mean mug you these days or something like that. Everybody's scared that somebody they done did something to back in the past or something. I mean, it just scary out here that black people can't even pull money together and do stuff together because everybody, nobody wants to be the one that's ain't getting
Making less.
bread or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad that a lot of us don't even trust each other. We often accuse each other. Hell, sometimes we can't even feed each other. Sometimes we think each other gonna poison them or do something bad to them or something like that. You can be around people for a long time and you can see how much they trust you by the words that they say. And sometimes you don't look at, you know, um, what people say sometimes, but the actions speak louder than words. So
Yeah.
sometimes you can be around a person a long time and it's still like y'all strangers.
Yeah.
Trump 2025 up in this thing. DI is for sissies. Right. I mean, me myself, they changed DEI hiring. It used to be for inclusion for black people and minorities, but then it changed where like they were saying, most minorities that's getting the programs was Indians and I hate to say it, the LBGQT LYVW community was getting a lot of the stuff, this and that, because as I was going to stores, just like when I was going to Sam's in Madison, and I noticed, I was like, okay, it's a diverse thing. Then all of a sudden I seen they had hired a gay man. And now I go to the store and it's like, it's 10, 12 gay workers that's, flung out there like that. So we know what type of person he's hiring. He's not hiring straight people. He's not hiring people that's better qualified to the job. He's hiring based on people that look like him and act like him. And that's the whole purpose of them getting rid of DEI, because it turned races against the same people it posed to help. So, I just think we got to do better as a country, and we got to do better as just people, and looking at other people and like I said, judging them on their character, because you got bad, black people, you got bad white people, but you also got good on both sides. And we got to learn how to wither out the bad people and stay away from them, and let the bad people hang with the bad people and the good people hang with the good people. You know what I'm saying? And let it all fall how it's supposed to fall. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Oh, what we got next up?
So tell me what's changed so bad that you don't like.
Okay.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I understand he signed all these executive orders, and I just hope that he's really taking into consideration the things he's signing instead of trying to get a number of having 100 or 200, so quick. Make sure that this is something that will be for the country and not just to have a number. I understand working people face life challenges all the time. But, just think about those who've been working these jobs 20 years or 30 years, and now they're offering you to resign. They'll pay you up to the end of the fiscal year, but you know, you put in resign, and then if you reapply, make sure you let them know you resigned before, and they probably won't hire you back again.
Well, I think
I don't understand the whole people losing their jobs. Will they lose their benefits if they leave early? What type of compensation will they get other than being employed through the end of the calendar year?
yeah, I heard about the little bow things. I didn't get into it too bad on it. I just don't know exactly all about it. I was finna watch thing today about it, but I just didn't have time to watch it. But yeah, I feel you on that, like the 20-year people, the 30-year people. And I think what it is I think they're trying to get rid of like the people that was trying to be pushed in certain places by the administration in the last 6 months to a year. Because I remember them, everybody who's been hired in the last 6 months into a year, they was freezing that out because I think when people felt like Trump was running, a lot of people was trying to put certain people in place in high ranking places. And I think they trying to restructure the whole government, and they trying to knock everybody that's the top of the people, the generals, the big people that's over like federal thing, because they've been doing such a bad job. I mean, I was looking at some of the stuff that they was giving away. They were saying this DEI, they was finna, the reason they put the freeze on it because they were finna give him $35 million and a world organization thing that he don't support no more. They was finna get him $50 million. And then they was finna give $50 million to an organization was talking about sending condoms to Kenya or something. I mean, it's a lot of so wasteful spending that the government is what's the name, and that's why they put a freeze on a lot of stuff. Because
I don't believe that part isn't true. The government probably spend a lot of wasteful money on things. Yeah.
right.
But I'm saying, if they're doing this to reiterate the hierarchies of the government, then okay. But in the midst of it, go to where the trouble is and get rid of it.
Yeah. And that's what they said. They said every agency, once they go through it and find out, that's what the DOA is that right? Am I saying the
DEI?
No, the DEO, Dodge, the government thing to watch over the government, the new.
Okay, the Department of Defense.
It's the DOG. DOD or DOG. It's called Dodge or something like that. I bet you Jeffy know what I'm talking. Jeffy, is that Jeffy J? I know he know what I'm talking about. What is that? The DO, is it Dodge or something something like that. That he was name. Read that right quick. Dodge at the bottom here, DOGE. Look that up right quick on your computer, and that's the new organization that they got. That gonna be over making sure the government run efficiently. That's the new thing that Elon Musk and the other dude is over. that they post.
The Department of Government Efficiency, that
Right,
Elon, he
right,
did that. He
right,
did
right.
that, put that into place when he bought Twitter
Oh, no,
and
no, 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 no,
changed the
no,
name to X.
no, 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 no. This is a whole different thing that
He put him
Elon,
over.
yeah, that he put him over, and Donald Trump put him and Van Swar. God, man, I can't think of his name. Van Swim some put both of them in, over that. And
Ramsway,
yeah,
May or something like that.
read that. Let's catch up.
Jay said, what we need to do is get our kids prepared and all kids prepared for the next 20 years, because they are not, because they are distracted by cell phones and bull crap.
Yeah. And rap music. I agree with that.
That too. Rap music and social media got our kids brainwashed right now, and it's going to be so ugly for them when they are adults and they have no clue what's coming.
And they now have no clue. I'm gonna tell you another thing on what's really important. A lot of our kids don't know about building, don't know about plumbing, don't know about mechanic. I mean, the normal things that'll help you day to day construction. It's normal stuff every day, hard working jobs, labor jobs that pay good money that our kids not even into, because all our kids think they can go out there and be a podcaster or something. See, after I get off the show, the next morning I go out here and work in society all day. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the week. And I don't just sit at home and play on social media and do these things all day. If I'm playing on social media, that's called an off day. That means I had a good week, because I ain't had many of them lately. But hopefully the days will be coming soon. Okay, yeah, the DOGE. Oh, and she said the DOJ.
It's the DOGE. I looked it up too.
Okay. Oh, she said, "Oh my bad. I thought you were talking about the DOJ." Okay. Right.
Yeah, like I thought you was talking about the DOD, but it's a lot of acronyms. I can tell you that much.
Oh. Now read that. He says
it's actually an old agency that they recreated and changed the name. Yeah, they did. It was all in their plan.
You said what? Oh, you talking about to make
what? These changes took place before the new president was elected. You know, it was already in the making. And it had nothing to do with the president that was there before, but I'm just saying it was all in their plan.
Yeah, and what it is, and they also said this regime will be the most transparent. We'll be answering all our questions. The secretary, she said she gonna be as truthful as what's her name, and they gonna demand the media be truthful, or they gonna call them out on it, and they gonna just tell the truth. And like you said, the last thing didn't see illegal people as being criminals, and the new establishment don't look at it like that. You broke federal crimes when you came across the border, and you are a criminal. So you know, it's like anything. I done had friends and this and that was over here, 10 years illegal, but it was like a lot of people that was over here, they was just over here trying to make money for their family, and a lot of them, they make money here and they send their money back over to Mexico. So it's not like we getting into this money, this and that. As soon as they make all their money, they send it back home, and and it's not being put in our neighborhoods or nothing. Only thing they getting, I done heard lately that some people gonna have some new rides because a lot of people done start selling their cars that they bought and hightailing it up out here because they know they're gonna eventually get caught. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it might be a great day soon to be American and can actually see jobs that's out here. They think everybody's out here still picking cotton or picking flowers or picking grapes or something like, oh, I don't want the Mexican leaves because I want them to pick my grapes. Man, you know, Hollywood and what's name, they don't realize how dumb they sound by saying certain stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, all you gotta do is pay regular Americans living wage to pick your grapes, and it still get picked the same way. You know what I'm saying? So
But you know, a lot of people choose some of the other cultures to have them to do work for them simply because they are only seeking cheaper labor. You know,
right.
some of them will accept cheaper labor, and people choose to try and save all they can, so they go the cheapest way out.
And let me tell you another thing about the same Hollywood people in California that was so old, with the immigrants. These are the same people that go over to other countries, adopt children, and make them work at their mansions half of their life. And this ain't nothing but modern day slavery. Adopt
It's
5
illegal.
children, have them on their yards and all this stuff, and this and that, and then leave them a little something once they dead and gone or something, and something like that. But I mean, I don't respect a whole lot of this stuff. If you look into Hollywood, all these actors that went and adopted children and got them over here and got them working at their houses and stuff like that. Uh, um, um, this stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? And people just got to look deeper than what's on the ceiling. All these people, I'm gonna tell you just like this here, including the president. Uh, Cat Williams told all fake people will be exposed in 2024. He said it on the podcast with Shannon Sharp. All fake people will
2025.
be exposed. No, he said 2024.
Hmm.
The start,
That was last year.
yeah. You remember that podcast was at the end of 23, the start of 24. And he said
Okay.
and P. Diddy went down, all of Hollywood went down, and all them people in Hollywood that was supporting Miss Clinton and all them, they was hanging with P. Diddy and all them folks, the same folks that was named P. Diddy that threw all them parties that all of them was at and all that, and we the same people that's telling us what we should do and what we shouldn't do and all this old type of stuff because all them Democrats had some over a lot of them heads. They are already threatening to expose Epstein files and all this. They done already opened it up for Martin Luther King stuff, JFK assassination and all this stuff. He opening up the books and letting you see how the government actually works undercover and what they've been doing all these years and hide the truth from us. Oh, bam. Come on with it.
So you got the right of choice. Again, we can have any car we want.
Yeah. With a swipe of the pen, he made it where the it we was actually with a swipe of the pen, he made it where We can, if you want an electric car, you can have an electric car. If you want a gas car, you can have a gas car. If you want a gas guzzler, you can have a gas guzzler. You can have a little old bitty, whatever you want, you can have it. He's gonna start drilling all energy, all kind of energy he gonna be releasing this year, and he's done signed things to release energy to make all gas prices, all this stuff go down, all this electrical stuff, billing and all that. Just like he finna make California bury their wires, run some water through there so they can stop having all these wildfires every year that's burning down trees, trying to hype up all this stuff. Um, it's called just common sense stuff going on, with the government. Why would you have a place that you would build houses basically in a desert land with nothing but woods that, everything around it is forests and dead trees and stuff? Yeah, I mean, common sense is coming back. Okay, read it.
I don't understand how people can fear Mexicans so much, and everybody who fear them are foreign from this country. I think that people know karma will eventually win.
Mm. Well, I think like me myself, I don't think I think it's not. I put it this way. Um, see, um, Jeff Jones, I'm gonna tell you this. See, when the okay, when cartels stayed in Mexico, they used to use blacks, whites. They used to sell the stuff to us, and then they made the money, and they was Americans, and then they made their money, this and that. So right now in United States, it's not like that. Mexicans are bringing their own drugs across here. They are dispersing their own drugs when they get over here. They making all the money from the big money all the way down to the small money, and they're really leaving black people and other people out here to die. I mean, if you call yourself gonna be in the game, that's why all black people right now doing is robbing and selling little pills and making little money, and they own more pills than they actually selling. So if you doing more dope, I'm gonna tell you, back in the day, to be a person out in the streets, the first thing they used to tell you is don't get high off your own supply. And that's what everybody is doing now, is getting high. And the person that's not doing it, the Mexican people that's coming over here selling you the stuff and this and that. How many times you seen a Mexican over here smoking weed with you and hitting the crack rock and all that? How many Mexicans do you know on crack? You might know a couple of them, but you don't know a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that um, if it's not beneficial to Americans, you might as well stop it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would might as well them stop everything from the border than to have the cartels coming over here, taking over all our major cities. They done took over Chicago. They done took over Texas. They done took over California. They took over a whole lot of. They already working in Atlanta, trying to take over Atlanta. Get their ass back out of here. They was in South Carolina. They was in Boston. Get them up out of here and just live. Just make it what we can live. Just if you get all that out of there, and that right there, if we do that, they're gonna keep half America off certain drugs because they already busting. They found Chinese goods the other day. They busting the borders. They finding trap doors and all that, all up and down the borders now. Because they are all over the place. They done brought the army down there. They got all this technology. They looking in the ground for mines and all kind of stuff, and they finding all kind of stuff already, and they shutting it down. And I'm glad that they shutting it down. And hey, if that means that we will be crack free, powder free, or meth free, ice free, and all that, and we could get some clarifying, and all we'll have is people around here gambling and drinking, I can deal with it. And smoking weed, I can deal with it. But all these other drugs, that's why we going crazy. We not meant to be on these many drugs. So we need to get some of these drugs up out of here and get back to trying to, live regular.
Look, I can't knock you on that part. So, making government accountable, the money they spend. Okay, making the government accountable for the money that they spend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what's going on now. And that's why they put a freeze on a lot of things. I was watching the lady, the secretary speak, and she was saying how all these funds, like everybody that's getting government checks, food stamps, and government assistance, gonna steady get their same government assistance. All this stuff is stopping because they want to reevaluate. They're gonna make the Dodge reevaluate certain programs and put it back in the system slowly and watch our money. They just trying to get it back where they can have accountable with every penny that government spend for now on. We're not gonna be wasting all these trillions of dollars, and that's how we're gonna lower taxes, because we're not gonna be paying all these trillions of dollars that these people pass laws and hide all this. And that's why they pardon all them people, because they know they've been sitting up here doing all this shady government tactics, getting this money. All these presidents that don't even supposed to make but 500,000 a year is almost billionaires now, because they've been doing shady business all over the country, and they've been able to. That they went after Trump, and a lot of people are talking about their taxes and all this, and they've been doing all these shady deals with these countries, and these countries paying them under the table to basically to, just like if you pay the policeman to throw a ticket out, it's the same thing. People been paying these politicians under the cover, and they've been getting rich. And that's why a lot of these politicians then got 10-year pardons from all the way back to 2014 up to now. And this just don't make no sense. There's somebody give you a pre-pardon. You ain't even been charged with no crime, but they know when the government, when they go through the whole government, they're going to find all this stuff that y'all been doing. That's all. Because one thing about everything they sign up in there, they got to keep records of stuff. They might have hide it this way, hide it that way, but it's records somewhere. You can't hide all money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 minute. Am I? Let me see. Joe Jones said this. Okay, here you go. Come on.
Yeah, but the people that's in charge didn't care, but minorities, races suffering. They made laws and rules that target certain groups and races.
I'm trying to think who made these rules that target minorities and I mean, I'm trying to think who made these rules. So let me go down and maybe I what's the name. Go ahead,
Just
Dana.
said the Latino population has surpassed the Black population in numbers in the United States, and that's not good. Check the numbers. It's more of them here than us now, and that's not good at all for us. That's why we need to fill out the census papers and vote.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about that, Jay. Um, Not just that, we need to stop believing in this abortion thing. We kill more babies than we can replace. So what's happening is they done got women convinced of this so-called abortion is a woman's right to kill a baby. And I feel like if you feel like that's a woman's right, won't you have the right to not have sex to have baby? Because the whole purpose of sex, if you young and your what's name is to populate and make children. So don't have sex and then you don't have to worry about that. Play with your toys or whatever. That's what they make toys for. People who don't want to do all that. Play with your toys, don't have sex, and don't sit up here and act like you're a victim. Play with your toys, and you ain't got to worry about nobody pregnating you or nothing. And then they got so many, they got over 22 birth control things for women to keep them from having children. But but they get off on having abortions, these 3 months and 4 months of abortions, and it just ain't right. And I'm just not a fan of abortions because it is at the end of the day a life that we can't take back, and later on in life you're gonna regret you did it. Trust me, women always do. Even miscarriages that women have that the baby was never born, they still think about that baby 10 and 15 years later. So don't tell me that your baby kicking in your stomach and you go out there and actually kill it yourself. And it's just like a criminal. It's just like going and committing murder somewhere and then saying, I ain't gonna never remember. No, you're gonna remember for the rest of your life, and they're gonna affect how you live, they're gonna affect how you talk to people, they're gonna affect how you deal with people, and whether you like it or not.
Yep, we got a point there. Can't blame other races and groups coming to Rome and doing what the Romans do. They throwing rocks, then blaming the next man for what they started.
Uh Break it down what you think that means.
I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the Black culture of how we
He
don't
said
have a
the
lot.
Democrats. He said the Democrats. Talking about blaming that. Well, I think we done got into this blame game. We always talk about this. This is what I hate. We always talk about how we stand on our own and we are people, we are kings and queens and all that, but we don't live like it. We live like peasants. We live like we need all this help from everybody, and we don't never pull up the bootstraps and try to help ourselves. Because guess what? It's a lot of things we can do to help ourselves. We can stop spending so much money. We can stop. It's people that's in relationships, two-thing relationships where both people got nice amount of things. I remember talking to a guy. I talked to him on the show. I was at a paint store, and he was talking about him and his wife and this and that. And I was telling him, what if you put y'all money together? And what if one person, y'all took one income and y'all lived off that, and y'all took the other income and just put it up every year? And I don't think we have enough people that live smart and try to do smart things while they're young and sprung got money. We want to wait till we get old to buy houses, to do stuff that we should have did at a young age and should have had some money to try to save at an older age. And we try to do stuff backwards, and we try to figure that we're gonna work this job or something when we get older, when we barely want to go to work, barely want to get up and what's the name, and one leg is barely can walk, and the knees knocking and all this. And now we want to act like we want to work like a 23-year-old to try to start over. And we're not built to start over at in our 50s and 60s. That's when you're supposed to retire. That ain't when you're supposed to start over. So, even when you with somebody and this and that, if you feel like you with somebody and if it break up, you just gonna let them have everything or whatever, and you're gonna start over, it don't make sense. And men got to stop doing this, and that's why y'all end up on the side of the road screaming, mad at the world, ready to hurt somebody because because you wasn't man enough to control what's going on in your life and take control of your destiny and try to form your path. Because see, that's the problem with young men these days. We're not forming our own path. We're not making it where we know where we're gonna be in 5 years, 10 years. We're not setting off a plan. We live in this day for day shit. And reason you're doing is because you don't care what you put in your body. You don't care about, what's going on with you. And then when you mess around and end up somebody leaving and you got all this, or you put all your eggs in the basket and somebody leave you high and dry, and now you crying and this and that, because you're supposed to set up life, if nothing else, if you have to hold up for yourself, you can. And I think enough people need to start holding themselves accountable. So if they got to move on their own, if they partner decide, hey, I don't want to fuck with you no more, I'm through with you, that they gonna be able to survive. And I think we don't make enough of these type of things in our life to be able to survive on our own. What's up, Andrea? And that right? Is that right?
I guess Adriana or yeah.
Adriana? Okay. Hey,
I don't know. She'll
hey,
tell you.
yo.
Hello.
What's up, Marcus? Up in his house, up in this thing.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Jackson in his house? What's up, Corey up in his house?
Hello,
What's up,
everybody.
Angela up in his house? Let me see. Damn.
Oh no, cutting taxes.
One thing I like about that, cutting taxes is cutting taxes. And they said today they are on the road to cutting taxes, and they're gonna make it where these tariffs and other stuff that he was talking about gonna cut taxes, this and that, and they trying to bring a lot more businesses back to United States. And he said he's gonna cut the taxes for the big business so they can come back to the United States. They can come up out of Mexico. They can come up out of Canada. They can come up across seas. They can come back over here. They already got $1 trillion, over $1 trillion or something. More AI stuff gonna be built over here. They finna get more technology wise. We finna build us a nation again. And we want to get like them folks in what's the over there by Saudi Arabia, what they call the damn place everybody be talking about? I forgot. Huh?
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai. We want to get like Dubai, will man. We want to get like Dubai. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay. It's Adriana.
Okay,
Wonderful.
right.
We'll mess your name up. Sorry.
Well, I would
We
messing.
know you will.
Yeah, 'cause I've been messing names up since I started. I messed my own name up.
Look, so
Okay,
you
good.
give them their own name.
All right, come on with it.
For people that were confused, wrote it down to only two genders. Write it down to
Uh,
only two genders.
yeah. See, some people was confused so much. He just had to write it down. It's just boy and girl. It just when you go and you finna be born. I remember when my baby was finna be born a long time ago. They said, he go blue for a boy and pink for a girl. It wasn't but two things that you could be. I never heard of this extra color. I've never heard of it. But and you know what? The same people that push it never heard of it. They just don't want to deny it. Oh, it might be another gender. I've heard. Man, they just stupid because when you listen to stupid people, sometimes you become stupid. You start
Oh
thinking,
Lord.
oh, if you hang around, like I always say on this show sometimes, if you hang around shit too long, you start smelling like it, even if you ain't got it on you. Lock
Oh,
yourself in the bathroom for a minute. See how you come out smelling. I'm just
a nut.
saying.
A nut. Jay said, how we gonna do all that and Trump still trying to push all the old stuff?
Uh, Name me one old stuff Trump trying to push, because I feel like, you know, sometimes we forget about the old way. We forget about, putting that when we was kids and putting that frog in your arm, how that stuff made you a man when we used to play Bluebird and all this kind of stuff that made boys a little more tougher. Used to catch each other in the hallway and beat them till they say Bluebird, Bluebird, and all this old type of stuff. If you say a B word and all that, it was a lot of man games play jumping, little marbles and all this stuff back in the day. We played a lot of games when we were young that they don't do no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think we have to do better. Yeah.
Mm.
Come on with it.
Jay says some stuff is beneficial, but it's gonna cost a price. And it's usually the African American people who come out on the worst end.
Yeah, but seeing we ain't gonna have a lot of Mexicans here, I think we gonna be all right, man. I think we gonna be all right. Because a lot of Mexicans, whether we know it or not, been taking our jobs. Just like you said, they might get along better and this and that. But I think with all these jobs leaving, I hope, brothers can get back together, start their companies back up. Because I've seen a lot of roofing companies that, used to be black owned businesses that used to get out there and they broke up when the Mexicans got here, and then they broke off and they went different ways, and all them grab a couple Mexicans and this and that instead of sticking together, just splitting that money down the middle and keep on moving. So I think we get back to the roofers and hey, leave them Mexicans alone. All you good roofers, get back together and get back. I know we can do it. See, we depend on. It's just like a woman that's saying, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do without Charlene doing my nails." COVID came and women lost their mind, like they didn't even know how to do their own nails. Like when I grew up, women had their nail polish and files and all kind of stuff at home. And now women don't even have nail polish and files and stuff to even play with their own nails. They can't even do emergency nail service on their own self. It's just sad to know that women can't even play with their own stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? Like women used to always play with each other. Like instead of playing with each other, they used to play on each other, you know, on their nails and do each other hair and all kind of stuff like that. Now they too busy being sexualized and all this old type of stuff. And when they get with another woman, they trying to do some other stuff. You can't even trust you're good with another good no more, cause she more into some of this stuff than you know. Uh, uh,
Trump got new stuff.
yes, he do. And that's what I be trying to say. We so stuck in this old ways. We still so stuck how Trump, okay, I put it away. First term, Trump started off slow because he didn't see he was trying to be political. He was trying to let these other people help him pick certain people, this and that. Then he ended up picking a lot of people that he didn't want to pick because of donors and all these people, this and that. And then he found out, oh man, I picked some of the worst people around here. And then this time he decided, you know what? I'm gonna pick folks that really love America, really what's name. I mean, you got to think about him picking Kennedy to look over our food, to get our food back straight, to get all this steroids and all this bull crap, stuff that they want, what that other countries won't even accept in their countries, that our food people do for to ship it out to another country, that they won't even do it to us because they don't have all these restraints and they just throw everything in our food here. And we just got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to realize these people, the Cancer Society, we donate to the Cancer Society, and the Cancer Society been going on since 1913 and still ain't got a cure for cancer. Ain't that something? We got Cancer Society and what's the other Diabetic Society that's running around doing research all these years, 20, 30, 40 years, and don't have no cure for none of this. You know why? Because they don't want a cure. Because their cure is giving you medicine and destroying your body, and it's in there patching you up and keeping you fucked up. And we just got to wake up and realize that that's what they're doing. They don't care nothing about us. And we finally got a president ready to open it up and move all this stuff and make it where people putting people in there that care about America, that care about putting America first again, that don't care about all these other countries. You remember when I was saying about how all us worried about all these countries, but we ain't even worried about our own country with roads and everything crashing around. And I love how Donald Trump be done. That's them. They can do all that they want to. I just put a sanction on this and that, but that's their war over here. That's their war over there. You keep on playing on. We ain't gonna give you money just to go throw it away for wars and all that stuff just because you down with us. No, if you don't want to listen to us, bye bye, Pookie. I remember when Kamala Harris went and talked to Israel, and they was talking about getting the war stopped, and Israel, soon as she got on the plane, was headed back here, attacked Hamas the next day. So they didn't never care to respect it. Kamala or Joe Biden, they laughed at them. They didn't respect none of that type of stuff. They didn't respect a woman leadership. And we already seeing a difference right now. When the Columbus said, oh, we ain't going to accept we ain't going to accept nobody over here. And they said, okay, we're going to put tariffs on. We're going to do this. And, oh, you know what? We were just playing. We got a plane headed that way. Pick them juggers up in there. We're going to bring them back. Don't worry about it. We was just playing. And that's when you pull off a gangster move. You going to do what? And they went and changed their mind within hours. They called back. You know what? We was just playing. I'm sorry. Sometimes people forget how much they depend on America. America buys everybody's everything. Fuck them. Fuck a cigar. Fuck some coffee. You know what I'm saying? Shit. We need everything. We act like we need everything. And these same people try to tariff us to death when we just try to send everything to their country. They be like, no, you 50% tariff and all that. And then if we did the same thing to us, they'd cry. Oh no, how can you do us like that? No. If y'all can do us like that, we can do you like that. And I like that mindset. The monkey see, monkey do, monkey want to act just like you. Come on.
Coal mine, fossil fuels, etc.
Yeah, we need all that back. All that. Open up everything. Make everything affordable again by opening all this stuff up that we can make money again. All these stuff that miners, all that stuff, because we can forget technology done changed. Mining ain't what it used to be. When they go in them mines, they can build them walls up. They ain't worried about collapsing walls. And have you ever heard of all these tunnels that's going under America all over the place? We got tunnels 20, 30 feet underground that's going to New York, from New York to LA and all this stuff. And we up here talking about coal mines like we can't get up in there. We can. All right, go. What is it?
Adriana said, but African Americans don't need to overcharge people.
We don't. All we need is to get fair. See, what we got to do is, like places like Africa and other places that would trade with us, because you remember Biden wouldn't even mess with Africa because they was trying to be on some gay stuff to Africa. And Africa said, nah, we ain't playing that. And they even changed the whole law to keep from them pushing the agenda over there in Africa. See, Biden them messed up a lot of stuff because they, instead of pushing policies or stuff that'll help the American people, they trying to push agendas over the world, trying to make the whole world gay and all this old stuff because they want to lower population and stuff. It's all a game. We've been telling you this since back in the day. That project that Bill Gates was a part of, trying to get all the world, trying to make the population, was trying to steroid. He was giving sterile stuff to African people. That's why they ran his foundation out of Africa, because he was making people sterile where they couldn't have children, giving them free shots, but putting a thing in there to keep them from having babies. Yeah, and they found out. The African doctors found out because they did tests on his stuff and forgot it's African doctors over there smart too. Come on with it.
No, man, that's propaganda. The Mexicans don't take nothing. We give it away because we're mentally stumped because of dealing with shock from desegregation.
Well, okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that, but we still got too many Mexicans here. Now, I ain't gonna agree with you on that one because they coming across the border like under Iha. Nah. Okay, come on.
This is Trump last term. Watch him bless the super rich and elite. Some might benefit from the crumbs and might be satisfied with the crumbs, but they're only crumbs.
What big bite of cake you been having so far with Biden? I don't swear down. People think that Biden had made them rich around here. Everybody know the economy was doing better when Trump was in office the first time. People just don't want to sit up here and put it. Biden did the worst economy, the inflation. Why you think the whole world switched on Biden? He did not do a good job. Tell me one good thing that Biden did. Sleep and tell you how to get plenty of rest. They call him Sleepy Joe for a reason. Come on with it.
AI and robotic engineering gonna take the jobs, and the super rich gonna be relaxed when we all gonna hit a new low. Then we're gonna think we had it sweet right now.
Let me what's name because I think I already had that. Hold on, let me move that up so I can go and slap this on there. Bam! Come on, read that because I want him to see this.
So AI is coming, and we saw it coming, but didn't choose good ways to make a living.
Right. So I was already prepared for this question. We've been seeing AI coming since we was in 1990 when they told us when we was in school, they told us computers was coming, and they told us if you don't know how to work a computer, you're gonna get lost because computers and technology is coming. And we steady don't try to teach our kids nothing about real computers and technology. We teach them how to get on social media, look through TikTok, look at the bourgeois stuff, the bull crap, watch videos, people acting stupid and what's name all day. They don't learn shit all day, but how to look crazy and look at people act stupid online and think this how they gonna make money one day. And that's what's wrong with our people right now. They are not trying to get in real technology business and real putting up money and the stocks and real stocks and bonds. And I've been telling people to get in technology for the last 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? and and people that act like this ain't what I've been saying. I've been talking about on this show how many jobs were gonna get lost in the next 5 years, how the truck driving job was gonna decline, how these teleworker jobs was gonna decline, and all this stuff. So we can't act like this stuff is just happening. I've been telling people since COVID when they closed COVID, they realized who we need and who we don't need. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
and believe me, answering phones is not a necessity when they got AI that can answer calls all day and all night and do the job of 5, 6 people uh, in 24 hours and don't need no break. So we knew this was coming. Let's not play dumb like we didn't know this was coming. Come on with it.
Biden wasn't going to solve anything, but I can't see what makes people think a proven race is going to do anything different.
And you know what makes it so bad? We do not have no proof of races on here. Because reason I'm gonna say this is we just turned on Trump when he ran for president. Everybody put rap music about Trump. Trump been hanging with brothers all his life. Mike Tyson, his friend. Tiger Woods, his friend. Snoop Doggy used to be his friend. He used to be on The Apprentice with Donald Trump. All this. We act like we blind and we didn't see Donald Trump on the Saturday Night Live doing little skits and all this old stuff. We didn't see Donald Trump getting roasted when he sat back and watched Snoop Dogg blast him and say all these racist jokes and stuff like that. We don't understand how we expect people to not feel no slight towards us, even though we steady. Now, when we look at it, we are the racist group around him because we are the one that's pointing out races, but we are more racist than anybody because we the ones see it in everything. He can say a word, a salute, a word, anything, that we gonna find the worst part of it. I've never seen so many people that never find no positive. We seen Biden not do a damn thing, and I ain't hear nobody complain all this time. But soon as Trump even get in the race, then all of a sudden, oh, he the worst, oh, he Nazis and all. And guess what? And all these people that call him Nazis and all that is sitting up there kissing his ass up in front of him asking respectable questions now. And they in front of the what's name, they sitting down with him, asking him respectable questions. Now he the president now. And they not being all this, oh, you Nazi, oh, you anti-race. All these Hollywood people that said they were gonna move out of state if Donald Trump won, they need to go. They need to go somewhere. They said they were gone by. Bye-bye, Pookie. Run across there with Mexico and see how much they love you over there since they done got in their head. Now, I heard a Mexican the other day said, come to Mexico, you dare. They start threatening Americans now. Come to Cabo. Come down here. What's name? You're not welcome down here no more. See, that tell you how people turn on you. You know what I'm saying? They tell you how people turn on you. They daring you to come down there. See, guess what? I ain't going down there. All you got to do is warn me the right way. I ain't going down there. I don't want to go to Mexico no more. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Because you're going to end up going down there after they dared you to go down there. You're going to end up missing somewhere. And then you think somebody going to care about you. Nah, you just going to be a missing ass because these same countries that hate America, you go down there and it's just like the dude say, fuck around and find out. Because you're going to mess around, find out that you're not as loved as you thought. You love long as you can give them what they desire. They desire to come to America. Okay, you can vacation for a week at their place. Ain't no bunch of black people moving down in Mexico. Ain't no bunch of people moving down to Mexico. Ain't no bunch of white people moving down to Mexico. Nobody running to Mexico. Why we ain't running to they boy?
You just said you didn't want to go.
Shit, they don't want us there either. What's up, fam? What's up? Cut Sandra White up in his house, up in this thing. All right, come on.
Oh man, I can't believe this. Open your eyes. Races can be cool at times. The slave master treats some slaves better than others. Some slaves said, I got a good master that give and do a lot for me. True, but that don't change the fact that they're racist.
Do you see a difference in what's the difference? Because I think people forgot that one of Biden's best friends is a racist.
Why you gotta keep bringing up? Just talk on what.
I'm just bringing up the truth. We always point at Trump, but we never point at Biden because Biden don't have no black friends. Nobody you seen beside him but Obama and Kamala. There was a DIEI hire. You ain't seen he hired her because he said, I'm gonna get a black woman gonna be my vice president. He said it before he picked her. So she was a DEI hire. You know what I'm saying? Because he said it before he picked her. So if you ain't say, I'm gonna pick the best person for the job, no. You said, I'm gonna pick a black woman to be my vice president before he picked her. And it was just two black women he was picking between. I'm gonna pick, who gonna get the black vote? Who gonna get that's what he did. He made a chess move. I'm gonna get her because she gonna bring enough black people on my side for me to win. That's all there was, a chess move. And y'all steady here playing checkers because y'all sitting up here trying to believe everything they saying about another man that been around blacks all his life in the black club, dated black women. Won't you Google up Donald Trump for real, and see how many black friends, Herschel Walker, all these, and Google Biden and name one black friend he got that ain't a politician. He ain't got one black friend you ever seen him with a pot, and you ain't seen Biden pardon one black person. Come on with it. Name one black person that you know that Biden pardoned. Come on now. That we got to take it real. You sit up there and you shoot out this thing, but you don't even see what's going on right in your face. Right in your face. Man ain't never pardoned no black person nowhere, and then he go pardon his whole family and the whole almost his whole cabinet and everything because he know that they've been doing all kind of scheming stuff that ain't even came out yet. Why you pre-pardon people if they ain't did nothing wrong? How you pre-pardon your whole family? What your family got to do with the office? Oh, they had been doing something illegal. You've been funding all these millions of dollars that all your family got. Oh, I can't just give it to me, so I'm gonna give it to everybody else because I'm the president. They're gonna be watching me hard. So let me give it to all my family. Let me put my son over some stuff and funnel this money all through here. Man, everybody know what's going on. All these folks rich. Come on, man. Open your eyes. That's the problem. People that want everybody else to open their eyes never open theirs. They keep their eyes closed. I want to see that. Yeah. Open your eyes and see what's really going on.
You ever heard about a wolf in sheep clothing? Because no sheep will trust an obvious wolf. Every black sheep see this orange wolf.
Okay. And Biden is a wolf that stay in his clothing. He ain't even wearing nothing. He's sitting up there telling you, you ain't even black if you don't vote for me. He telling you that massa, you vote, if you don't vote for me, you're not a nigger. Yeah. Man, what the hell? Who the hell tell you something like that and you vote for him? And man, come on, man. It's just some of the stuff that he done said and some of the stuff he done vote for, just like he was the same person that voted for that 1995 bill that brung up the sentences to 85%, that put all our brothers and sisters in jail for all them years. And guess who unsigned it? Donald Trump. The First Step Act. He unsigned a lot of that stuff that Bill Clinton and him, Bill Clinton, them Democrats that came and signed our life away. And then you say he part of the racist Proud Boy. One of the leader of the Proud Boys is actually black. So I don't see what is you talking about. And he is actually a black dude. So I understand what you're saying, but it don't make sense when the leader of the Proud Boys is a black man, just about. Come on now.
Just about.
Yeah, he is black. The dude is black. Yeah. Google up a picture of the leader of
I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. But I mean, people don't even realize you're saying stuff, but you're not really looking into what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said about, so I was
people. No, I'm saying people make people racist, whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? People make people racist. You know what I'm saying? Everything Trump do, you don't never see. I ain't never seen nobody say nothing racist about Biden, but Biden ain't got a one black friend you can name off the top of your head. Can't nobody name.
Does friends make you not racist? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is
he
ain't got one black friend. You don't know Biden one black friend that he have at his house. He done sit down and talk to not no rapper, not no magician, none of these people. That man, the only person you see him even talk to the campaign was Carly B some years ago, and that just try to get some votes. He said, if I get her, I got the black women. If I get this black woman run with me, I know I got the black women. I'm telling you, all that is checkers. He the oldest politician ever. We always said, do not trust politicians. And we let the oldest politician that ever lived, that's actually shaking coming in office, and we let him tell us what to do and tell us and run game. And we all said politicians are the biggest liars on the face of this earth. And we get the oldest politician that train all the politicians and make him our president. Come on, man. Come on. And he showed your ass done. Let me get a black woman. I'm gonna put a black woman on him. I'm gonna get this. I ran with Barack. You know what I'm saying? He set me up to be the president after that because he set me up so I can. Come on, man. Hey, shit like that. Is that what you did?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. Come on with it.
Everyone always say, "Don't give me nothing. I got this," but a lot of people are crying. Dave Chappelle made a show about black people who portray to be close to white in order to be accepted by races. Even if they have to betray their own race, their character based on truths.
I have a lot of respect for Dave Chappelle because he done broke down a lot of barriers. But guess what? Dave Chappelle say he lives among the pro-whites. He moved way out there in Oklahoma in the middle of nowhere around white people and this and that. And he's essentially a nobody out there because he got his own little land and this and that. He stay away from it. He go to the store, this and that. But let me tell you what Dave Chappelle does that's quite good. He actually said that Donald Trump is not a racist. He said Donald Trump just looking out for rich people like him. He actually said it on one of his shows. He said he's looking out for people like me, not you poor people. That's what he said. What's name? But guess what? Donald Trump is trying to make amends of trying to satisfy the whole United States this time. He is on a new lease, and if a lot of people don't see it, they don't see it. I've seen Biden try to play like he for the backs. He got stunts and actors coming in there and playing like he got it pre-recorded where they talking. Oh, this is what you gonna do. You gonna go get the sandwich and then you gonna smile and you gonna say, hey, and this and that. Then he go off the strip. Oh yeah, I want a cupcake over here too. And all this because he don't know what he doing. They got to strip everything. They even said in the White House where the last 2 years where most of they hid him half the time because they know his illness was fading. They said since 2022 that he was way bad off and they just scripted everything and didn't have them to go places and all that type of stuff. The man been on vacation, they said, more time this year than was not. And we all know Donald Trump is one of the hardest working men, period. He love working. He's gonna work hard for the American people. He's working overtime. He done made more changes and his what's name executive orders and all that than all the presidents, all the last damn near 10 presidents put together. That he done made these executive orders. He made over what they said 36. I think Obama made 9. Trump made like 3, 4, somebody else. But I mean, all of them combined, he still got them all beat with his executive order, making change for the better, shaking up government like he promised. We all been talking about government reform all this time. But as soon as we finna get it, we crying like little infants and stuff. We all said we wanted less government and more money in our pockets. And the man trying to do it and everybody crying. Everybody crying. Because you know what? Everybody's selfish. Everybody thinking about themselves and their pocketbooks. Everybody ain't thinking about America as a whole. Or people doing something different. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling people for years, stuff like this is bound to happen. Change is bound to happen. Everybody goes in. I done went in 8 different careers in the last 4, 5 years. And people have to change one damn time and everybody crying wolf. Like they done like the whole God, that man ain't been and what's his name? He got sworn in on the 20th. It's the 28th, 8 days in. Crying like they got them like it's no other, and we done had a weekend, so he didn't even work the 2 days in the weekend or whatever. We sitting up here basically 6 days of legislation, and we crying like, oh, he said he was going to change government. He said he was going to shake up this. He said he was going to get rid of the corrupt leaders on top. He said he was going to change the FBI, the Department of Defense, all this stuff. He is actually doing what he said he was going to do, and we crying about it. I don't make sense. Everything he said he was going to do, he's making it happen. And he's being transparent with the American people and letting everybody know exactly what's going down, exactly why he's doing and all this. All we got to do is research. But you know what? A lot of us don't even want to hear what's going on because we're so caught up in what's going on. Because go ahead.
Man, I feel that your heart is in a good place. I actually was glad Trump won, though. I voted against him because my security is based on God than man. But Trump racist, but maybe he won't be the worst racist ever.
You know what? If you just get that part out your heart, because I ain't heard you say one good thing about Trump since we've been on this show. And once you get dialed into a person, and it don't matter, because I'm gonna tell you, why don't you go check out what Charlemagne's saying on the Brilliant Idiots last episode about Charlemagne, how he feel about it now. Won't you go look up Stephen A. Smith, how he see it now? Won't you go look up what they saying that Donald Trump was so right about the Bill Murrays? What about when he was on Joe Rogan and he said about the wildfires in California before they happened? He told them that they need to rake the grounds and get it fireproof and all that old type of stuff. Wasn't doing enough to get it where it wouldn't burn down, because you know these winds are coming and stuff like that. It's like we can sit there and listen to Trump and then later on see some of the stuff he's saying is true, but we still don't want to get it. We still don't want to listen. We still don't want to believe. Just like we said, like your boy Biden said, oh no, I'm not gonna pardon nobody. Oh yes, I'm this and that. He said it all year. And he went and pardoned his son from 2014 to 2024. Then, right when Trump was making his speech, 20 minutes before he got out of office, he pardoned the rest of his whole family and Dr. Fauci. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Because he used Dr. Fauci to push an initiative, to keep masks on us, to keep us in our place where they could do a whole lot of stuff, behind our back and do a whole lot of stuff. And just like he started that war, gave them the folks that was fighting Russia, gave them what's the name? Right before Trump finna go in, 30 days before he go in, get him the right to shoot missiles, hydrosonic missiles over in Russia and this and that, knowing it was going to escalate some stuff. So Biden been working against us, but against national security, against us. He been working on this world plan. He never put America first. He always been a global person. And I think Barack been about the same, a globalist. If you go back and you listen to their speeches about global, world, how they viewed the world, we was pulling in more goods and all that. They own our farms and making half of them shut down while they importing all this food and stuff from other countries and paying these countries all these ridiculous amount of money and stuff to produce their food all in other countries and this and that. And I think it's like I said, just like the 50 million to go over there about some condoms in Ghana. It's just some stupid stuff going on in the capital that the what's name been doing that we're not looking at. And if we don't want to have a good if we just I put it away, look at the policies that he's putting in and do deep down intelligent breakdowns of what he really doing and don't just look at it like that. Well, I hear you. You said I hate it because he caused and provoked dangerous racism. Racism was jumping out before Trump got in. Black Lives Matter started what that is in 20 was that when Biden jumped up in now? Was that right before Biden? Was it when Black Lives Matter started? 18 or what was it?
I thought Obama was in there.
Yeah, I think it was the last 2 years of Obama or something like that. That's when Black Lives Matter started. That's
2013.
Yeah. So Black Lives Matter started when Obama was in there because he didn't do shit for us. He didn't go in Chicago and do nothing in Chicago. Now you got ICE agents and all them going to get criminals and all kind of people out of Chicago. You don't hear nobody with all that killing that was going on in Chicago. When the last time you heard of a shot fired in Chicago the last week? Since he been in office, you ain't even heard about the killing in Chicago. You know why? Because a bunch of agents in there all over the place getting criminals off the street. There's illegals and regular criminals that think they can just go and do drive-bys and all that. It's a different day. And if that ain't a good enough thing, Obama was in there all that time and he was from Chicago. Was staying in Chicago and couldn't even do nothing about the crime in Chicago and didn't care. Him and Minister Farrakhan stay in the same neighborhood and they couldn't get together in the same neighborhood and do something about Chicago. Give me a break. We got to do better.
Jay said, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. In other words, don't be fooled with grace's claim. They're not, but be prepared to not get caught in their snares.
Well, I be prepared to live. I want somebody to make the gas lower, prices lower, taxes lower, so I can just live and live through what I got going on. See, that I think our problem is a lot of black people don't have nothing going on and depending on the government and depending on other stuff to survive. We got to get ourselves together, pull up our bootstraps, and get back out here making stuff going on. We got to get out here, open up our cement companies, open up our our roofing companies. We need to get back out here. We need to stop trying to just get high all day and get out here and get back to doing stuff and get back to teaching our kids to do stuff instead of sitting in the house looking at a computer half of the day and playing with a tablet. We need to get our children active and doing. We got kids in stores. They got stores, and they're in there learning how to get the register, get the money, and all that type of stuff. And we got kids in there just learning how to twerk and dance and dumb shit that ain't gonna help them in the world. You know what I'm saying? We just got to get our kids back right, and we need to, and half of the men need the women to move out the way and let men raise kids to be men again, because all this old sorry soft stuff, when men crying all day and shit, weeping because they can't get this their way, can't get this every time you take something from all day, because they soft is bourgeoisie, and they need to be changed, and we need to change how we think, and we need to stop worried about the president and all that, and just how can we survive in this new world that's made to thrive in it. It's made to have you to save more money and to thrive in this world. Watch when gas go down, because see, that's the problem. I heard people saying, wait till the first 100 days, what he gonna do? Man, y'all won't even get a man 8 days. And he done went through a weekend. That means you ain't even get him 5 business days of work. And you already judging him like he been in there for 2 years, but didn't judge the other president for nothing. That failure that he did all 4 of his years. Nothing he did. Nothing he did you can say that made America better. We've been used and abused by everybody. That part. Come on with it. Read that.
Jay said, we all somehow made it through Biden term. So I trust we're going to make it through whoever. But the problem is chess, not checkers. Trump will not fix this just because he won. He didn't fix it the first term.
See, now you looking at the first. Let me tell you something, Jay. I'm gonna do this. Now, when you done went at something the first time, all the time you didn't get it right. But when you're able to sit back and see what you did wrong, and able to sit back and look at it and say, how can I do this better this time? You can do stuff a little better the second time around, big dog. And we all know this. It's about the game of life. Hell, when we was out in the streets, Jay, we did stuff a different kind of way. But we out the streets now, and we doing stuff the legal way, and we having more. So it's always a second time around that you can do way better than you did the first time. So I regret what you just said right there about the just because you didn't do it the first time, that you are bound to mess up the second time. And I think that's a disservice of what we've been through as men out here, Jay. Come on with it.
So people are really changing and losing friends behind Trump getting elected.
Yep, it's true, and it's a sad thing that a lot of people have separated and stopped being friends because of Trump getting elected. A lot of relationships done quit because Trump getting elected. I remember watching after Trump won. I'm gonna tell you this. I remember how happy women was on November the 4th. And I seen how angry they was on November the 6th. It was a opposite reaction. It wasn't no just the president over with this and that. Oh, we don't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas voted for that and motherfucking Trump this and that. We ain't fucking with you and all that old type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know,
everybody's entitled to their own opinion, how they want to feel on anything in life, including you. You know, the way you support, if that's what you want to do, then do you. You don't have to push your narrative of someone to feel the same way you feel.
No, so it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
No, I'm just speaking. I'm just speaking generally. I'm not even talking about your situation with what people will probably think. No, I'm speaking in general. take it in general.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're just like I'm entitled to my opinion on how I
Mhm.
feel. You are as well. So you just have to take what you have, what you believe and what you thinking, and it's okay. Just don't push it on people, because some people, feel some type of way when you want them to think. You just have to let people learn for themselves.
Okay, but okay, if we put it like that, then black women was wrong because black women push Biden on us and then push Camilla on us.
But still, even if they try to push them on you, they're entitled to do what they want, just as you are.
You just
So
said they shouldn't be pushing it on us.
no, I'm saying either person. They shouldn't, but because
Okay.
they did, it doesn't make them different or have a different opinion than what they have.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I think when when even today to listen to, to watch The View, how much arrogance they had before the election and how humble they are, but still mad and still calling out everything that go on. I'm talking about The View done became a Trump hating TV show because every day on their show, they talking about something that happened in Trump because they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
And then if you don't want to watch it, what do? Don't watch it.
I don't
So I'm
watch
saying,
that.
I'm
Usually
just
when I
saying
see
these
it,
things,
yeah, it's
things
through the
about life that goes on. Either you let it affect you to deter you in any type of way, the good or the bad. So you choose. So if you're sitting here, you're telling me that this man is so great and he's doing all these things, it's up to me to decide if I agree with you.
right.
Regardless if I don't respond to you at this time, it's a win and wait situation. We all sitting around here waiting and watching and praying that everything be okay.
Right.
So that's my point right now in life, just period.
I read that.
Jay said, I can't get mad when I think you or anybody else. I can't get mad when I think you or anybody else think you're in the right. I'm just disappointed when I don't think. It's hard to see what's going on with rational eyes.
And then I think, Jay, I think when we look at it like that, I think we look at it at the same way the other side because I look at it when we was looking at Kamala, she was trying to push the LBGQ type stuff. She was trying to push a lot of things, but not pushing what America wanted. America want lower taxes, better living condition, lower food, lower gas, lower all that. And they was in the office and they didn't try to make no moves. All this stuff that Trump doing to lower costs, energy costs and all that, they could have did that while they was in the office, but they didn't try to do none of that. They didn't try to get rid of no illegals. They was trying to actually confirm more illegals to stay here than to get rid of anybody. And even the Border Patrol and the ISIS and all that said they felt like their hands was tied because Joe Biden then would give them all kind of reasons that they can't deport somebody. Oh, you can't go into school. You can't go in here. You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't go to Sanctuary City. You can't do this. You can't do that. And was making their life harder to get people out of the country. And even when you arrest them, you had to keep them over here in the country. And Donald Trump is going through the red tape and taking them straight to their homeland and dropping them back off where they came from. So it's not being humane when you getting dropped back in your same neighborhood. So I mean, what's the hard part about that? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Everybody claim they love their country, but when you take them back to their country, don't destroy your country, then come to destroy ours. that's what that seemed like to a joker when you just looking at it. Everybody running from this country to come to our country. Why your country so bad? Why you can't rebuild your country? Why you can't make your country great? See, it's something about America that everybody want to come and because they said, we easy to get over on. A lot of us easy to get over on because all they got to do is say we can work together, we can build up quick. Because black people ain't learned how to work together yet, and one day we're gonna have to figure it out. And maybe, and just maybe, because of all this that's going on, that we'll start working more together to try to control something, to get better. Just think about it. We actually got a president that's in there concerned about making food healthier, making prices lower, making taxes lower, making it the government lesser. That means without all these restrictions, taking all these restrictions you take to do all this, because guess what? We got a lot of people, I'm going to tell you this, behind the scenes, they making them every day in politics and all that to just drain our money from the working man, just to take from us. Oh, all these new policies and this and that to take a little more money here, to just add a new policy here to just drain you of some more money and some more money and some more money. And what they doing with it? Hiding it, not fixing our potholes, not making none of this stuff better, or getting bribed, getting all this stuff on the side. They ought to cancel everything they put in place the last 8 years and this and that, and let us start over, just like what's name? All these school taxes, all this old type of stuff they doing to try to break us in the city. We got the highest taxes everywhere, but getting the less amount. Every other neighborhood ain't got potholes outside of the city. But
so are you speaking about the state, or are you speaking from the government standpoint?
Our government and our city, they robbing us blind. They robbing.
Okay. Our government, right? You're talking about the governor of our state, right?
No, I'm talking about the mayor of Jackson and all.
So now you're talking about the mayor.
They're the ones that they got bribery.
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to get a clarification.
You just got to listen to what I'm saying.
Well, that's why I was trying. Ain't nothing wrong with me asking to get an understanding. Calm down, okay?
No, I'm saying with the bribery thing. You hear me when I said the bribery?
Well, that's why I was just asking which one you was talking about. Because remember, we've had government involved in something like that too. So
I'm not the type of person to say I like the governor, because I don't like how he talked about Jackson and stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff I don't like him about. I think he the old guard of the Mississippi or this and that, because they won't let certain funds up in here, certain things. I think we getting in the right direction about having freedom of what's the name, because I think with this counseling, all this DNA, people who really don't like you gonna know now. These little shops and stuff that really don't want you there, you've been over there hanging out and this and that, you gonna know they don't want you there, because you're gonna look around, you ain't gonna see none of your people there no more, they ain't gonna be hiring none of you there. Just stay away. Make your own business. I tell people all the time, why Black people are the most people that spend their money in every other neighborhood than they own. We love to run and go spend our money all over the place, and we don't spend with each other. And the reason we don't spend with each other sometimes.
So what type of businesses are offered in our neighborhood where we can spend with other Blacks?
What you mean?
I mean, you saying we take our money and go elsewhere. What Black businesses are around that we know of? How would we know?
Well, Jackson is destroyed, and it's destroyed because our leadership. We don't have no leadership that been watching our money, and it's the same thing. That's why the government and all these folks don't even want to give us no money because we ain't even doing money with we got that 88 million for that water stuff and this and that. I ain't seen nothing different. We still got
Yeah.
water hydrants and all this stuff running around.
Oh, there is a difference. There is a difference.
What you mean? Like what?
With the infrastructure of the water treatment plant, they are working. It takes a lot of work. And then what needs to happen is what needs to happen, we probably can't live in the city till they repair it. They gotta go underground for all these pipes. This stuff is don't you ever see you ride in Jackson and all of a sudden you see part of the street that has buckled up or something has dropped down? This stuff is it doesn't take but a little air. And I saw a street where the street buckled up in the wintertime. I'm like, my God, what was that? So I wouldn't all blame this on just us as people that we choose to go other places to spend our money because we can't find it in our city.
Okay.
So we can't blame the people, but yes, I can blame leadership.
Yeah, I can.
And the reason why they got caught up in those little schemes like that, because of course they're so-called working to get the city done, but they're out here trying to put some money in their pocket too and work and get the city stuff done, and you get caught up in stuff like that. Just greed.
If you're an honest person,
you would do it.
Hold on, right? And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm looking at Mill Street. Mill Street look like a ghost town, like a western, like an old western. Even the police department that they put on Mill Street, they done closed it down. Everything that was on Mill Street,
it was a police department on Mill Street.
Yeah, but it was a right beside the movie theater. It was a police station right beside the movie theater. Yes.
On Mill Street?
Yes.
No, not on. Had a movie.
Not on what is the main street there? Fairs. Is that right? Fairs?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably, but that's between Fairs and Mill.
Yeah.
It's between Fairs and Mill. It was a police station right there. Okay, by the movie theater, my bad. But that whole Fair Street is a ghost town. Only thing on there is what the Johnny T's. That's the only thing that's relevant on the whole block is Johnny.
It's a vegan restaurant.
Big Apple. And Big Apple still
Big open. Apple, a vegan restaurant.
And guess what? Big Apple been making all this money, ain't painted a sign outside that thing. They can at least paint a sign or something to make it show that they're just put one new sign on there. You so busy trying to make it seem like you ain't making no money, but you ain't helping the little area out because they make me feel like they still rent. It don't make me feel like they own the actual business because they ain't put a damn dime into the business. Everything down there is boarded up. I mean, everything around there boarded up. I went through there today and I rode down Fairs and I looked and just about everything on both sides boarded up all the way down. Yeah. And it don't make sense.
But you see the new project that they're working on Mill Street?
What ends?
Mill Street and Bell Street. They're building those condominium style townhouses. They're tearing down the old sawmill that was there.
Okay.
And all up Mill Street from what is that Monument back to like where the middle school was. They're doing like housing projects up in there.
Well, you know what do me right by them. They actually fixed the other side of Mill Street, the Mill Street that's bumpy and all
by the railroad thing.
I mean, all the way down where you got commercial businesses all down through there. You got the raggedest roads in town. So they got to get their stuff together. And they did half a Mill Street and went out there and took pictures and stuff like they did something. I'm sick of all these jokers running out here to take all these pictures. Do some work And don't worry about the pictures. And don't worry about trying to name every street after somebody you know. Get some shit done around here. That's the problem. People won't get something done unless somebody get recognition or put a name on the street or change a name on the street or make it some other thing. Man, get some stuff done around here without recognition. And that's the problem. That's one of the problems right there.
I don't care. I hope people benefit. God moved leaders and people who enslaved Israel to show kindness at times, but who want to enslave, period, be enslaved, period. Show kindness at times. I think that's what he was saying, maybe. Okay, the people who started America had to. Why couldn't the Pilgrims make Britain great? They came cause they seen a easy win, so they can't judge others to come across things seem easy here.
You know what? And this the only thing that I think I just disallow what we think about black. We can't never it seems like we hurt all this brunt from the past that we never went, been through, like we go back, we be judging Rat Man to shit to 1776 or some shit or 15 something. Why are we going back so far and we in 2025? You know what I'm saying? Why are we going back damn near 200 years and stuff, talking about pilgrimage and Britain and all this old type of stuff? I mean, why we can't stay in the moment sometimes? And I think that's our problem. We have this slavery mindset that's messing with us, that we can't move on. We can't just say, fuck this, get off our bootstrap, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time we see something, we always see the super races, but we never see how much things have changed and how it is where everybody can make their way on their own, long as you put your bootstraps up and try. Because when the city is doing bad, that is the time to go out there and try to get things and what's nice. So when the city come back up, but you got people that get money and they go out on these trips and all that. I done seen people get, in Jackson, I done seen people get $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, and they go buy cars and rent houses and they go on expensive trips and all that. In a couple of years, they be busted. I have not seen somebody that got that money, invested wisely, and still got it or made something with it that is just.
Well, did you encourage them on how to do something like that?
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't know how to do things like that.
They don't care. Now, listen, they start talking about that living for the day.
Oh, but you did bring it to their attention.
Yes, I have. And it's just a hard lesson that I see people making all the time, not, they just into that type of days. People don't want to just when you get some money, and people don't realize it might not be here forever. So when you get some money, you try to make a move and try to make it work for you or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we have that mentality because, I was talking to a Indian dude one time, and they was telling me how they get these, hotels and stores, and they was like, when they come over here, once they become a citizen, they get 50,000. You know what I'm saying? Dollars. So if he get 50,000, cousin get 50,000, another dude get 50,000, they put them that 50 that 150 together, then the bank will match their 150 and go on build them a hotel, build them something, and then they said within a year and a half, everybody got their money back and are already making profit, and they can put that into buying another hotel or something. You know what I'm saying? And we just don't have that mindset because half the people around here are scared to save $2,000-$3,000. Go ahead.
They wouldn't let us spend with each other. When we had thriving economies, they burnt it down. Now they make red zone lines, denying funding. They encourage poverty and control it to stay in a certain demographic. Well, yeah, in Mississippi, you are so correct on that.
And guess what? In that same different graphic, I done seen dudes in the hood buy up their street, buy up their neighborhood, and
He was talking about the businesses.
yeah, that is a business sense. But he going
Okay.
back, he's going back again about 1922. You know what I'm saying? 21 to be example. When he's talking about burning stuff down and he's talking about
Okay.
redwood.
All right. The Black Wall Street stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I got you.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying why we got to go over 100 years back to talk about what's going on today. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you got to learn the past and move on the future, but what's happening now is we on too many drugs, on much bullshit, and we ain't on the right shit, and we ain't being taught the right shit. Because guess what? We being raised, and the people that's raising us not saving money, not owning their house, not doing this and not doing that. We got to set a precedent for our kids to see what you can do. You know, to see something different. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we got to if it's just teaching our kids how to save money, living but beyond, beyond our means, living what's the name? So
Within our means.
yeah, well, we can save money, this and that, and not have them thinking, because I was watching social media, what's the name, and I was like, oh, in 2025, I remember when everybody was talking about in 2020, how they was gonna be in 2025. They 3-car garage and they motherfucking Land Rover and all that, and married with the children, and none of that shit came true. And what it is the stuff that do come true, it comes true for a little while, not a long time. Because what you are basing on, a lot of people making minimum money, but living lavish dreams and running through money, and then they watch it go, and then they don't know no more. And we just got to live different. All right, come on with it.
Because you got to examine your past, acknowledge the present in order to plan your future. Hello.
I
That was
understand
good
that.
one.
But if you dwell in the past too long, you ain't gonna be in the future. You're gonna be steady hipping on the past. Cause see, let me tell you something.
I mean, I
What
don't think it's nothing wrong with bringing up on how things used to be if you have overcame. But if you still talking about the past because that's what you still trying to rock and do, then that's different.
rock and do? I mean,
Like I'm saying, like some people like, oh yeah, back in the day I used to be rocking and rolling this type of way. Yeah, I still be trying to do it a dibble dab a little bit. Some people hadn't made a change in their lives.
but this is what I'm saying. We rocking a past that we ain't never experienced. Now, 100 years ago, we wasn't here. So I'm saying we rocking a past that we didn't experience. It is something else if your grandma started talking about the past and you
You
understand.
said don't bring it up if you heard
No,
about it.
no, listen. I'm not saying not to bring it up. What I'm saying is we dwelling in the past like it was us and not
Okay.
our kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Okay, do we deserve reparations? Yeah. Do we deserve a certain kind of thing? Yeah. Is it gonna happen? Maybe not. Get over it It's just like being traumatized.
Okay. Well, let's keep all that same energy.
No,
I agree.
no, I'm
I
saying
get
it's
you.
like no, I'm saying it's like being traumatized. If you
Mhm.
have a car accident and you refuse to drive now, you traumatized. You've refused to make it because you got an excuse of why you can't make it. Oh man, holding me down. Oh. But we done watched Tyler Perry Star for Nothing and build something. We done watched all this Denzel and all these other people that come from Mississippi and all that. Snoop come from Mississippi. A lot of these, what's the Morgan Freeman and all these people that come from here that done went off and did good careers. We got comedians and stuff coming up. We got the 85 South Boys. I was looking at what's his name from Chicago. He just built them some houses at the comedian. Michael Epps. It's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, if you dwell in the past so long, you ain't gonna never move to the future. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah. Read it under there.
Well, still up considering it against the law for us to read, to own, and to surpass.
That's what I'm saying right here. Everything that come on now, against the law to read, we still going back 100 years. We still going back pretty good substantial amount of time. It's not we won't read now. We don't read books now. Like they say, if you hide in the book, you can hide it from us, and we don't even read no more. We watching social media. We doing this. We got people that listen to music all day, don't want to even hear like little stuff that's going on. People don't try to self-learn themselves on YouTube or whatever, any platform that you can get some good information and this and that. Um, I'm up trying to watch what's going on around the world. How can I make a change? How can things do? Being able to talk to people in a good way on another high level, and I think a lot of us are not on that type of thing. Read that thing up on her though.
It is a pause on a lot of stuff while they get the spending back in check. I think you mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, and yeah, and I, that's what we don't realize. It's the first 8 days. Like I said, it ain't but been 5 working days, and people act like it supposed well, it been 6 working days now, but people act like this all this stuff supposed to change in a week's time. You got to, like they say, some stuff got to get worse before it get better. Some people don't realize some of these changes that's happening in your life might make you happier later on. If you might change or go in a different direction, a lot of people don't realize like you're alive, you're well. You know what I'm saying? Well being. Some people got money saved up and all kind of stuff. They can go start them own business, do whatever they want to do. But people are scared to go out here because they've been so used to living one way. Some people are scared of change, and that's what I'm saying. I done been out here, I done been that dude out here, and I done changed. You know what I'm saying? And if I can change, other people can change. You know what I'm saying? And people can be what they say that you can be whatever you want to be, but it seems like now these days people don't want to do that.
Yeah, seem like Tyler Perry is one out of a million, and all the others, and they have to do it in an unconventional way.
Well, what it is it's called putting in hard work. Just like Kevin Hart and a lot of people, I sit up there, you know, I was listening to a comedian the other day. He said he seen how Kevin Hart actually came up because how everybody else was doing things, he was actually putting himself going through, different, getting around different people and getting themselves. See, sometimes we get ourselves clustered in the same surroundings. And we wonder why we don't get no better because we don't get around better type people. You know what I'm saying? You got to move yourself around different type of people to know you, this and that, get comfortable with you, and don't, how they say, I hate to say it like that, don't be a nigga out here around everybody. Don't just be out here being ghetto and all this old stuff. Like women be fake for their jobs and put on their fake voice and all that. I mean, it's the same thing with men and people outside of when you up here trying to handle business. You got to be more professional. You got to get around people, be able to hold a conversation. That's why you need to listen to different stuff, be able to talk in different ways, and stop being one way and one-sided on a lot of stuff. And I think, when you get to a lot of this stuff, when you get over talking about the past, see, it's all right to bring up the past, wasn't it? But how many times I came up here and started talking about 50 years and 100 years ago? Oh, well, sir, back in the day when we didn't have no cap, I remember when I used to be the one that.
No, you wrong for that. You're wrong.
I'm just saying.
And I'm gonna let you know.
I'm just saying, sometimes we got to get to the point that we got to stop having a slave type mindset and get back in 2025 and make something happen now and stop sitting up here crying about the past. Because if you keep crying about it, it's just like a dude that steady talking about how, man, I've been in jail. Dude, you ain't gonna never get yourself out of being in jail if you don't get that out of you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you out. What you gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? We understand about jail. What you gonna do now? Well, talk about now. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the people that can move on when you can get out of one-sided conversation and come and get in a broad conversation where you can just about talk about anything without having a couple of little points to do. If it's everything about races and poe is me and woe is me, you ain't gonna never come up. You're going to always look at a reason that somebody else got you pinned down, except buckle up your own chin strap and saying, I can do it myself.
Okay. No, I would tolerate pointing the finger and blaming all on us. Yes, we are responsible to get up and stand up. I'm making others accept their rightful part in our downfall.
Well, me, myself, I think we had to, I remember when, it was good music out here, what's that lady name? The lady Erica Badu had the little group and the Funchies, what they call it, the Fugees, and all this kind of good music that was out here talking about people you name. I remember when, Eric B, Rakim, and Flavor Flav, we're talking about Fight the Power and all this kind of stuff. And it was good music up here. But I remember when we got caught up with the gangster music and this and that. And that's what we at now. We at a time that, with all this video and all that stuff, we shouldn't even be talking about this gangster type mentality we got. We got women out here talking about how fucking nigga this and that, I rob a nigga, I do this, I do that, I shoot a nigga. I mean, you got women that turn to gangster music like it's something that's relevant now. See, people don't realize gangster music is dead because you can't do gangster stuff because it's cameras everywhere. By the time you do it, how you gonna get it 10, 20 years because you got 8 people filming you while you doing it. It's just stupid. It's stupid to act on some just like I heard just before I got on the show, a dude got caught because he did a drive by and he had on a shirt that was like not a normal shirt, and they went and found out how many people bought this shirt and shirt, and it wasn't but like 5 people, and they checked the area and found him like that. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have nothing but a shirt and got him because it was a rare shirt. So I mean, people don't realize um different stuff until it happened to them. But I just think we all got to stop just race bait and the war was me concept and everything is but we got to start looking at the real problems in our neighborhood, and it's us, it's our people, condition our people with all kind of just not caring about nothing but hair and nails and not bringing real morals to things. Because I'm gonna tell you about this. A lot of women only care about hair and nails because if you take that away from them, what do they have then? Hair, nails, and pussy. You take that away from them, what are they about? And they got to think about that. You got to have a deep conversation. Who are you? If you just had a regular hairstyle, just you use your regular nails, and you wasn't trying to sell niggas your body. What are you? Who are you? And I don't think a lot of women can look in the mirror and say, without me selling myself or looking at my hair, my nails, because I see every week all women thinking about is hair and nails. And I think we have to get to a point that without my hair and nails being done, if I just wore my natural hair and my natural nails, and it wasn't about a man chasing after my booty, who am I?
Mm.
Who am I? And that's why we got all these different color hair and we got all this stuff going on because hey, see me, look. I got look at me now. Look at me this week. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. It's like a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? But without that, who are you really? And I think if you call people out on who they are really, who are you? Who are you influencing? Who are you changing lives? Who are you talking to make them a better person? Who are you trying to get to stop from smoking, drinking, or doing something fucked up, or trying to make their life better? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people are scared to look at in the mirror and just say, "Who am I?" Without my hair, nails, and sex. Who am I? Who am I every day?
Mm.
My whole life revolves around me getting my hair done or my nails done, or when the next time I'm gonna jump on some. Without that, who are you? And I think once we figure that out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like people want to change dynamics and say, "Oh yeah, we better people this and that," but people are not living better. People are not going out and like I said, trying to find a decent life or decent what's. And people are living just day for day.
Yeah. A lot of people don't worry about tomorrow or what it may bring. They live where they can live on or get by on. People out
We
here having
can.
a hard time.
Let's see, power shield. Hold on, let's see.
They say
Oh,
you can't.
we
Okay,
didn't
go
read
ahead.
that. Oh, go
Um,
ahead. No.
You can't blame some for being scared. Look at what was stacked against them. For the grace of God is the only reason any of us came over. God didn't blame us in our sin. He could have let the scriptures for us. But he decided to come to the slums and show us personally, then point the finger. So you saying this is a shift of power, but not for the lazy people that got dreams. Okay.
And then my pushback
Dreams are visions.
on that was this slum come to the slum. Don't you know the black woman and the black man spend more money in America than anybody on BS, on hair, nails, cars, clothes. All these millionaires become broke within 3 to 7 years. Basketball players, NBA players, because they don't know how to budget. They don't know how to make their money, and that first thing they start doing is spending all these money on watches, cars, clothes, and then soon the car get old. By the time the car get 3, 4 years old, you're a has been. It's all about what's new. And let me tell you something. If you can't pull up in an old car and be somebody, you wasn't never nobody.
Their part.
And that's the problem. We got people that they being judged of what they got on and not the character of them or what they done did in life.
Yeah.
That part. Go ahead.
So who have the money to push gangster music and who benefits from the gangster moving? Why don't the Italians and the Russian and Mongolian gangs and neighbors suffers like the black ones does? If you look deeper than the cover, then you will see a deeper agenda with an purpose, an alternate purpose.
Okay, well, I've seen black people do Greenleaf, do other type of movies. Um, Not just the gangster music. I've seen them do the church movies and these upper type movies and that. And it's not all about the Italians and the Russians and all these other gangs and stuff like that. And it's not one sided no more because a lot of black people refuse to do something like Denzel then did a lot of different movies, just like he just playing a Roman and the remake of the Gladiator and all this old type of stuff. He doing different things, just like um, you got a lot of people moving different, and we got to understand that we got to move different sometimes to make everything better. And I don't think we moving like that. And that right there, common sense is back coming. And I think with this regime change, I'm like they making some moves, just common sense move. Just common sense move with try to see where all the money going. Slow things down. Stop throwing money all over the world just for everything, and make people really that's getting the money supposed to have the money and what it's for. We got a lot of projects. A lot of people been stealing from America because of these politicians been slide money here, all across the world, and then okay condoms for Ghana or something. Or why you ain't spending millions, 50 million in neighborhoods in the USA? I mean, it just when you think about certain stuff, how they throw money around to everybody else, but won't give us a penny. Want to as soon as Joe get a PPP loan, they hunting you down. for your PPP loan, but then they
Pay that back.
and they want they 2,000-3,000. They send the IRS to take your house and dock your check, but they throwing money to every other country. Nah, this stuff's gonna be over with. You know, all this old throwing money away, it's gonna be over with. And we should be happy this gonna be over with. But we not. We like the non, I don't care regime. Go ahead.
So people not doing real research on what is really going on. Your kids probably have a better chance if you raise them right.
Right. And we talked about the raising them right. And like I say, people need to do their real research, what's really going on, because we get these little reporters that write their little columns and they already don't like the regime and they trying to pick little stuff out and say, oh, they doing this. And they don't know they doing it, but they putting it in a little thing to sell papers, to sell this, to sell that. And you can go and hear it from Trump themselves, or you can watch an interview, or you can what's that? And it's so easy to Google, but people are so mad just the name of Trump, they don't even want to watch an interview of him or watch an interview of one of his cabinet members trying to tell you exactly what's going on. They don't even want to watch it because they don't care. So if you don't care, why are you so upset? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't willing to watch, and that's what I always admired by a man like that, that's willing to sit down with everybody. One thing about it, he sat down with Steve Harvey, he sat with Kanye, he sat down with the 100 Black Men Church. He sat around with anybody who wanted to sit down and talk to him. He was a man like that. He didn't sat down with Putin. He didn't sit down with North Korea. He didn't sat down with all these presidents and China and Japan and all these countries. And how many presidents that Biden done sat down? The only person you see him with is China man. Everything turned around. China man. When he went to the Africa, he was asleep. He didn't even know what they were saying. They were talking. He was over there. I mean, we saw it on television, man. It's just sad. Yeah. That part. Read that while I go around here.
Why can't you see it was by design for us to be mainly consumers? Why can't you see that 400 years of the worst possible torture will change a certain people to move backwardly as we have 400 years, 400 years, 400 years, I guess?
Yeah, see, we back going 400 years because guess what? If you Google up a thing that was in the early 1970s, I think it might have been 1967. It said it might have been 1970s, but it was right between 1967. It was like it's called How to Sell to a Negro. Look that up and just tell me what.
No, I will not be looking that up.
Let me see.
You do it for me, okay? Thank you.
How to Sell to a Negro. Okay, that was 1954. 1954. So it's a thing that tell you how to sell to a Negro 1954. Just Google up that. It's the secret of selling the Negro. And it's 1954, and they were showing what Negroes want and like up in the store and all that. So that is a good, what's name? Read, how they say read or whatever.
I think I've read that before. I've seen a video on it before.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's a
read it.
video. It's
Yeah,
a
I've
video.
seen a video on it.
But that was 1954. I didn't know it was that old. and then it was actually a part one and a part two, and it's just telling you how black people like flashy things, and you can tell it when you go all the way back and you look at how back then the men used to wear the big feather and the big hats and the white long suit.
The first thing they did, they go out and buy them something nice to put on and to drive in, and then they get on the drugs.
What?
All the singers.
How you come up with the drug thing? Come on with the last with
Better
the
food is coming, less medicine that a lot of people live on, but been lied to.
and yeah, how you forget that the man ran on putting Kennedy, that was a Democrat, up in the White House to get the food healthy and all this old type of stuff, so we can get off all these pills and stuff. Try to get exercise back into the what's name, and try to get a lot of these steroids and stuff that's actually making people fatter and stuff like that. You know, we
Mm.
been lied to. I was looking at the thing about the diabetes and what's name. They steady talking about they ain't got no cure for diabetes. They steady talking about they ain't got a cure for cancer. But I put up a post today, and the dude they supposed to be researching, and they supposed to be trying to get a cure from cancer and all that in the next year or so. And these folks been sitting up here all this time because I done seen people like Dr. Exhibit that already cured cancer and some of that stuff and took it to New York and won his case in New York. And so he done cured these diseases. He done cured diabetes. He done cured cancer. And he also cured HIV. And he took it straight to New York and brought the people that he cured and all that, over 70 people. So this is documented, Dr. Zebby. So this is that, but they knocked him off like they do anybody who know how to cure stuff, because they already know what they want. They want medicine, and anything that threaten medicine, natural foods and all that threaten medicine is a threat to them. Last but not least,
We will see how many relationships will survive. What will make the relationships not survive?
you said what? Oh, I'm gonna answer that as soon as you read that. What
They
Jay?
said, okay, excuses, excuses, excuses. They said that Negroes pick quality over price, perhaps because they've been denied it for so long. White people are smart enough to realize that slavery plays a part of African American culture.
Okay, I notice everything we understand that Negroes do. We always blame slavery and what's name for our same mindset, and um, I think sometimes it's natural to like something different. Like, you know, is if you actually come from kings and queens and you have like culture, they say everything revolves around African culture and stuff. So if African culture actually revolves all this around and stuff like that, that means you know that that the culture is still, how they say, um, I had a brain freeze there.
Um,
Um, our culture, to me, is we come from these kings and queens. So, like I always said to myself, I always like gold because kings and queens rock gold back in the day. So I always felt like I like gold. I always want to go. I didn't like silver. I didn't like other little things, but it's just something about it. So I agree. We have a different style that's different than other styles. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree we able to make some of our clothes and this and that because I already know people around us that makes clothes and do our own stuff and this
Yeah.
and that, our own like you know different stuff to our own clothes and stuff like that because we have a certain fashion. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has this, what's name, but I don't want to put it in races. I just think we just different. And somebody that'll notice that you different and notice what you like quality, you like good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's not bad to like good stuff, but it just no quality stuff lasts long. So
Hmm.
even though we might buy stuff that's good stuff, we might keep it longer. It's just like the chains and stuff my jewelry I had it 20, 25 years, so I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? And I had my pinky ring since 1997. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to look at it as in you might buy something nice, but if you keep it for a long time, I mean, you're still doing yourself justice.
If it lasts for a long time.
Well, if you buy quality, it will last if you take care of it.
Hmm.
Just like I got a jacket around that I had since in my 20s and still in great shape. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to a white guy the other day and I seen him and he had a leather jacket on. He said, yeah, I said, man, I bet you done had that thing 20, 30 years. He's like, yeah, about that long. I mean, some people just buy good stuff and keep it. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
Of
Like,
course. Jay said he said it was because we've been denied from quality. He was referring to slavery when selling to black people. Were you referring to slavery when you were saying selling to black people on the video?
well, I think I think I don't think that's I think when some black people got stuff, they want to make it known when they walk in the store sometimes that I can't afford what you just why you have black men right now that go to Gucci stores and all this that didn't include you. They could go out and make their own product, but they'll go to the Gucci store and go and spend all this money on a Gucci bag or this and that costs 20,000, 30,000, and it's just an item. You probably can go to Africa and buy the same material and buy a half of. You can buy real zebras for that price. Make your own. I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you can go to Africa and get a whole zebra for 30,000. A real zebra, probably already trained.
Really?
But I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there though. Yeah. But like I said, and he's proved me right. Everything I said, he reverted everything back to slavery. Everything is back 100 to 200 years. Something we ain't never seen. Ain't none of us been whipped with a whip. A lot of things that mental slavery. Yeah, we probably been through that. Um, slavery that was done by, you know, police, getting us out of character back in the day. We have been through it, but real slavery, as in plantation slavery and stuff like that, we haven't been through the same thing because we got to look at it. It's poor whites, just like it's poor blacks. And I think all of us have some of the same stories. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got for y'all. I say I'm not gonna put the last one up. Bam.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But we will see you guys on next Tuesday at 8 p.m.
And it was nice having and talking and me and one thing I like about Jay, like I say, I might get a little pushback, but I like these deep talks when we get into that. Even when we go and we work out at the gym or whatever, and we see each other and this and that, we always have great talks. So I still think we see stuff in the right kind of manner. We just sometimes look at it in a different kind of way.
Right. You all entitled to different opinions. Nothing wrong
And I
with it.
just think I had more of my friends that looked at it like that instead of going the other route when stuff don't go our way. Sometimes we get to that point that okay, you feel like this, I feel like that. Fuck you, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And that old type of thing. So I just feel like it gets like that sometimes. And we just got to do better.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I just think everybody got to do better like that. You know what I'm saying? Most of my day ones and all that, you know what I'm saying, that I hang with a whole lot. We still hang together, but people that hang with you every now and then I think sometimes you realize sometimes why some people don't hang with each other because they just maybe sometimes too different at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people far left, some people far right, some people can't get in the middle nowhere. So it is. Yeah. We all got to, do what makes us feel better.
Yep.
Yeah. And, hey, we'll see you later. And out the wild crocodile.
Yeah. Trip out big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Strong. I'm on the way. I'm a surfboard.
Good night.